East Harlem, 1985. Can you hear the sirens? Let's not go down that block. Between the dogs barking, dogs fighting, and poop piles scattered across the sidewalk, I think it's best we take our chances on the avenue. The sun just set, so we have to make our way through the drug addicts, the dice games, and the other nighttime activities that evening hours bring. The air smells of a mix of smoke, ash, mildew, and oh yeah, that ash, it came from a burned down building. As I passed by the vacant lot that has a population of rats that would make this room feel, well, empty. Slide your feet as you walk past. You don't want to step on them, you'd rather kick them. It's better that way. Finally, my building, my home, my refuge. I'm hoping the urine-floored elevators are working, but more than likely, I have to make my way up 10 flights of New York City housing project steps. I use the A staircase. The B staircase, that's used for drug use and prostitution, things like that. This is my trip home every day, from first grade until my teenage years. I don't know what kind of day it was when my parents divorced and I knew life as I knew it would change forever. I don't know what color shirt I was wearing or what was cooking when I got the news of a lost loved one. I don't know what kind of music I would blast to drown out the demons of my parents arguing. I don't know what I was wearing when I got the news from mom that dad may have just gone the most dangerous mission available. I don't know the taste of the sweet treats the caseworker would give me to mellow my palate from the sour taste of digesting the news that yet another family said thanks, but no thanks. I don't know where I was just returning from when I got the news that I had breast cancer. See, you may not know what growing up on the 10th floor of a New York City housing project feels like, but we all have our predestinated circumstances that we've overcome, that we carry with us everywhere we go. And now, here we are, magnets moving around in our community of foreordained happenings. Like magnets, we have a north and we have a south energy. But unlike magnets, we have control over those energies. It is an impossibility to be sad about something and happy about that same reality at the same time. Did you know that? So what do we do with these energies? I'm glad you asked. Why? We attract, of course. You see, your energy is not for you. Your energy is what attracts others to you. I believe it's a generally mutual understanding that we are all filled with positive and negative energy at the same time. It's up to us to decide which energy we're feeding, which polarity, if you will, we're energizing. So, if your internal scale is weighing more towards positive energy, be ready. Don't shy away when you attract someone needing to galvanize their pluses to combat their minuses. And if you're in such a good place that you're just busting at the seams with positivity, so much so that you're just attracting positive people, hashtag good vibes only, gather them up. Use that support network to pour into those magnets feeling drained of the good stuff, in need of more juice. And if you're heavily leaning toward negativity, bumping into more negativity, as you try to figure it out, don't worry. There's yet a higher power of positivity available to you when you're ready. And I'll leave that at that. But when does fear come into play? It would probably be easier to ask, when doesn't it? Fear lies in, you see I said lies in, not fear is, but fear lies in. Self-doubt and limited thinking. Fear lies in rejection. Fear lies in biases and judgment. Fear lies in an unsuccessful past attempt. Fear lies in an unwanted, unsubstantiated, and unqualified collective. Unwanted because no one asked for fear to creep into their concern. No one asked for fear to creep in and consume our thoughts. Unsubstantiated because it's usually based on false rhetoric versus hard facts, and unqualified because fear does not have the power nor authority to control you. So again, fear lies in an unwanted, unsubstantiated, and unqualified collective working contrarily against our desired happiness. And inevitably, someone will say, "Who said I want to be happy?" This is a dog-eat-dog world filled with sharks and snakes, a proverbial animal kingdom of negativity, if you will. Happiness is for suckers. To that, I would say, I don't believe you don't want to be happy. I believe you're scared to be happy. I believe you don't think you can be happy. I believe you don't think you deserve to be happy. But I don't believe you don't want to be happy. I believe you're scared to be happy because when life starts lifing and those daggers start flying, pew, 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 and starts to poke holes in your happiness, it hurts. Believe me, I know it hurts. I'm a United States Army paratrooper. I was waiting for that, I really was. I find a way to fit that into every conversation I have. I do. You could ask me to press the button on the elevator, and I'll start singing. Put on your boots, 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 and parachutes, shoot, shoot. We're going up, 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 and coming down. It's a whole thing. I'll sing all night, I'm telling you. But it's true. And I'll tell you, in U.S. Army Airborne School in Fort Benning, Georgia, they dedicate a whole week of training to teach us how to fall. They call it landing, but let's be serious, it's falling. So I literally spent a week picking myself up off of the ground, only to physically throw myself back onto the ground. But what reality do you think I gravitated to? Continually being thrown to the ground, so therefore that must be my station in life? Or the fact that I picked myself up every time, and eventually I would stand up as a U.S. Army paratrooper, that I would stand up as a loving father or mother with a family of their own, that I would eventually stand up as a free man no longer in prison, that I would eventually stand up as a college graduate, that I would eventually stand up cancer-free. Amen. So we play to win. Yes, in this dog-eat-dog world of snakes and sharks, everything you come into contact with desires you to play to win. It is up to you to put your best foot forward with everything you do. The way I play to win, even when I'm not selling every house in the neighborhood, is by giving time, giving resources. You would be amazed at what being there for someone in a time of need does for your spirit. Don't be afraid to be labeled a try-hard. Your clients, your relationships, your competitors appreciate your outside-the-box thinking, your relentless effort, your commitment to finishing what you started. And if what you started doesn't work, your willingness not to quit and to ability to pivot. Your mistakes are not proof that you're a failure. They're evidence that you tried. For me, it's the 10th floor. For you, it may be a foster home. It may be a lost loved one. It may be an illness. Our varying overcomings are not for comparison. They're for compassion. Charles Swindoll said, "I am convinced that life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it." We have the power to give our low points the attention they deserve, and then when we are ready, we can start tapping into the things that make us happy. And being fearlessly happy means not compromising yourself, your value, or your relationships as you play to win. And believe me, I know the odds are stacked against you. So you know what you gotta do? You gotta flip the house. You become the house. And let your positivity be the house money that will always come back to you. Don't be afraid to share that energy, positive or not. It's the sharing of that energy that pulls us out of the low places and it sustains us in the high. It unites us. Thank you.
Good job, buddy. Eric, I'm going to need a minute. Thank you so much for that powerful message. Powerful. Your words, they remind us that happiness, it's not just a feeling, it's a choice that we make every single day. And choosing to show up with authenticity, with energy, and with heart, that's leadership. You've inspired us to think differently how we carry our stories, how we share our energy, and most importantly, how we rise fearlessly. But you're not done yet, my friends.
No.
Last year, y'all, Eric was recognized with the Community Involvement Award. So another round of applause. Now, the Community Involvement Award, it's a distinction that celebrates those who go beyond the transaction and invest deeply in the people and the places around them. And now, we're proud to have past nomination award recipients